For many years, South African cricket has carried a heavy weight. It was the burden of history, a story filled with talent, promise, and heartbreaking moments. The team was often called chokers, a label that stuck after several painful exits from big ICC tournaments. Fans remember the run-out in the 1999 World Cup semi-final, the rain rule confusion, and other near misses in 2011, 2015, and even as recently as the 2023 and 2024 World Cups. These moments were not just losses, they were national disappointments that left scars on players and supporters alike. The talent was always there, producing some of the greatest cricketers the world has ever seen, but a major trophy remained just out of reach. This long wait for a significant international title has been a defining feature of the Proteas' modern era. Their only major victory came way back in 1998, when they won the ICC Knockout Trophy, which later became the Champions Trophy. Since then, it has been a journey of what-ifs and so close yet so far stories. Every time they entered a major tournament, the hope was immense, but the outcome often felt cruelly familiar. This history of falling at the final hurdle created a psychological barrier, a ghost that seemed to haunt the team in crucial knockout matches. For the players, it was a constant pressure, and for the fans, it was a source of enduring frustration and longing. The weight of this history made every new tournament both a new opportunity and a reminder of past failures. The players who wore the green and gold carried the hopes of a nation desperate to see them succeed on the world's biggest stage. They played not just for themselves, but for the legends who came before them, and for the millions of fans who had kept the faith through decades of disappointment. The dream was simple: to finally lift a major ICC trophy and rewrite the narrative. To change the story from one of heartbreak to one of ultimate triumph, proving to the world and to themselves that they were champions. So, when the team reached the final of the 2025 ICC World Test Championship, it was more than just another game. It was a chance to finally shed the unfair tag that had followed them for so long. It was an opportunity to close a chapter of pain and begin a new one filled with glory. The challenge was immense, as they were facing the formidable Australian team, the defending champions. But this South African side, led by the calm and determined Themba Bavuma, seemed different. There was a quiet confidence, a sense of destiny, that suggested this time things might finally go their way. This was their moment to conquer their demons. The stage was set at the most famous cricket ground in the world, Lord's in London. The final of the ICC World Test Championship is the biggest prize in the longest format of the game, a true test of skill, endurance, and character over 2 years. The match, held from June 11th to June 15th, 2025, pitted two giants against each other. On one side were Australia, the reigning champions, a team known for their aggressive and relentless style of play. On the other was South Africa, a team hungry to make history and prove their mettle. For cricket fans in India, the action was available on the Star Sports network, with live streaming on Disney Plus Hotstar, typically starting around 3:30 p.m. IST. The first few days of the test match were a classic battle. The momentum swung back and forth like a pendulum. Australia batted first and put up a competitive score, but South Africa's bowlers, led by the brilliant Kagiso Rabada and Marco Jansen, fought back hard. When South Africa batted, they also found it challenging on a pitch that offered help to the bowlers. After the first two innings, the match was finely balanced, setting up a thrilling conclusion. Australia, in their second innings, were bowled out for 207, leaving South Africa with a challenging target of 282 runs to win the coveted WTC mace. Chasing a target of over 280 in the fourth innings of a test match at Lord's is never easy. The pressure is immense and the pitch can play tricks. Australia's powerful bowling attack, featuring Pat Cummins and Mitchell Starc, was ready to pounce on any weakness. For South Africa, this was the ultimate test. It was not just about scoring runs. It was about holding their nerve on the biggest stage. This chase was their chance for redemption. It was an opportunity to show the world that this team was made of stronger stuff, capable of overcoming pressure and achieving greatness when it mattered most. As the final days of the match unfolded, the tension was palpable. Every run was cheered and every wicket felt like a turning point. The players knew what was at stake. For Australia, it was about defending their title and asserting their dominance. For South Africa, it was about ending 27 years of pain and creating a legacy for a new generation. Captain Themba Bavuma, despite nursing a hamstring injury, knew he had to lead from the front. The entire cricketing world watched, wondering if South Africa could finally conquer their past and climb the mountain they had so often failed to scale before. When day 4 began, South Africa needed 69 more runs to win, with 8 wickets in hand. The hopes of a nation rested on the shoulders of Aiden Markram, who was already on a magnificent century, and his captain, Themba Bavuma. The task seemed straightforward, but with the pressure of a final, nothing is ever simple. The Australian bowlers came out with fierce determination, looking for early wickets to create panic, but Markram and Bavuma stood firm, displaying incredible composure and skill. They knew that a solid partnership would break the back of the chase and take their team to the brink of victory. This was their moment. Aiden Markram was simply sublime. He played with a freedom and confidence that was inspiring to watch, and his century was the bedrock of the entire chase. He was named the player of the match for his heroic 136. Alongside him, Captain Themba Bavuma showed immense courage. Batting with a painful hamstring strain, he fought through the discomfort to score a vital 66. Their partnership of 143 runs was the defining moment of the final. It was a masterclass in handling pressure as they calmly picked off the runs, frustrating the Australian attack and slowly but surely guiding their team closer to the historic target. Of course, there were tense moments. Australia used up all their reviews, and Mitchell Starc managed to dismiss Bavuma, breaking the magnificent partnership. A couple more quick wickets fell, including that of Tristan Stubbs and eventually Markram himself, with just 6 runs needed for victory. For a fleeting moment, the ghost of the past might have flickered in the minds of South African fans, but this team was different. The calm head of wicketkeeper batsman Kyle Verreynne ensured there would be no late drama. He walked in with a clear purpose, ready to finish the job his teammates had so brilliantly set up. The finish line was in sight. The winning moment was one of pure, unadulterated joy. With the scores level, Kyle Verreynne calmly pushed the ball into the covers and ran the single that sealed the victory. The South African dressing room erupted. Players ran onto the hallowed turf of Lord's, embracing each other with tears in their eyes. The long, painful wait was finally over. They had not just won, they had done so convincingly, chasing down the second highest target in a test at Lord's to win by 5 wickets. They had stared pressure in the face and had not blinked. This was not a collapse. This was a coronation. This victory was so much more than just a cricket match. For South Africa, a country with a complex history, it was a moment of profound unity and celebration. The image of Themba Bavuma, the first black African captain to lead the nation to a major ICC trophy, lifting the World Test Championship mace, is an iconic one. It represents progress, hope, and the incredible power of sport to bring people together. In his post-match interview, Bavuma spoke of how this win was a chance for the Rainbow Nation to be united, a sentiment that echoed across the country from Cape Town to Johannesburg. The emotional release for the players and fans was immense. For 27 long years, they had endured the tag of chokers. This win did not just add a second major trophy to their cabinet. Alongside the 1998 Champions Trophy, it shattered that painful label forever. Players like Keshav Maharaj spoke of the 27 years of pain and how emotional it was to finally get over the line. He beautifully captured the spirit of the team by saying, "Diversity is our strength." This victory was a testament to a team built from different backgrounds, united by a common goal and a deep love for their country. The celebrations were not just confined to the players at Lord's. Back home, the nation erupted in joy. This triumph provided a moment of pure happiness and pride, a welcome distraction from the social and economic challenges the country often faces. It was a reminder of what South Africans can achieve when they work together. The victory will inspire a new generation of cricketers, showing them that with hard work, belief, and resilience, anything is possible. It has given South African cricket a new identity, not as talented underachievers, but as world champions. In the end, this historic win on June 15, 2025, marks the beginning of a new era for South African cricket. It is a story of redemption, courage, and unity. It is a story of a team that carried the weight of history on its shoulders and emerged victorious, not just for themselves, but for their entire nation. They are no longer defined by the heartbreaks of the past, but by the glory of the present. They are the World Test Champions, a title they earned with skill, heart, and an unbreakable spirit. This is a victory that will be remembered and celebrated for generations to come.